My name is Muralidharan Nair and I'm the CEO of AAMRO Group. The AAMRO Group consists of AAMRO Freight and Shipping Services LLC. Then we have AAMRO Trading Corporation. Then we have AAMRO Aviation. And we have AAMRO Dairies. We have almost 200 plus staff all over the world. We started our company in 2004. It was a real good journey all the way from 2004 to now. We are almost 20 years. I started this at Cargoz, where we had a very small office. I would say the space I'm sitting was an office, that much of space. Then and we had a warehouse of 2,500 square feet and another 300 square feet inside the warehouse. We had an office. That was our registered office. Then within a couple of years, we went for further expansion of the warehouse because we got more business, and we went into a 5,000 square feet of office. Then it was 10,000. Then it was 24,000, 25,000. And now, as you can see, this is our new facility. We have almost 18,000 CBM of space available right now. Because my customer wanted a better place, because most of my goods are IT products. They wanted a warehouse with 22-24 optimum temperature. So that was a challenge anybody outside the free zone was facing. Then 90%, even now I don't think, a lot of companies have 22-24 optimized. Apart from that, we have a cold storage. Most of our customers are Fortune 100 companies, and we are more into IT products. And these are the forward stocking locations for many multinationals, as I've said, the Fortune 100 companies like Cisco, IBM, then even the big players in this market have outsourced their business to me, like DHL, UPS, FedEx, as well as other companies. I had a partner, and he was siphoning off all the money from the company. And we were in a very, very bad state because this person was enjoying, his family was enjoying, whereas me and my staff and my family, we were really working hard. And we couldn't make our ends meet. Then luckily we found out the whole thing, and we had to remove in 2013. Now from 2013 till date, what you see right now is our asset. So within a very short span of time, we have come to what we are here. I was an employee till 2010. Okay, so I wished a lot of things I could have had because I didn't have anything during those days. So this is something which I never had. I thought I'll give it to others. In our case, there are no staff, there are no employees, but only family members who work for each other. So we take care of each other. We have their backs. Everybody has anybody's back. So I take care of everything, and they follow what I need, what I've imbibed in them during their training. And that's what my daughters have, and they are passed on to my staff. And as I said, unless and until you're not happy, you're not motivated, then you'll not get anything. Here, everybody is motivated, and I don't micromanage any of my team members. That's the main reason that other companies like multinationals are there with us. Remember, there are better people in this industry who are better than us, who are bigger than us. But I would say we are a very few company who gives a lot of importance to family ties, and the cultural way we do business is somewhat different than the others. In any business, first of all, you should have a real game plan. You should have a project report on that. You should know what you're going to do, where your customers are, and also the cash flow. Cash flow is the most important thing in any business. If you don't have enough cash, then you'll be going out, you'll be borrowing from your friends, borrowing from private lenders, then you had it. So you should have enough funds. It's not saying, I'm not talking about million. I didn't have much money when I started. I came up with the seed money I had a 350,000 dirhams. That's all we had, and our first year's revenue was just 60,000 dirhams. So we have come a long way. Yeah, we have come a long way. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody feels that because somebody is making money, they can also make money. It's not that. That somebody who's successful has worked really hard. When people were sleeping, they were burning the midnight oil, remember. These people who are successful. So I would consider myself modestly successful. That's all, I don't have anything to claim or anything like that. So the second thing is you should have enough money so that you don't get into a debt trap. And also you should know who your customers are. You have to work on that, and just don't rely on one or two customers and you start a business. So you have to spread your risk. That's the only way of safeguarding your interest as well on the long run. As a salesperson, you should not be a pest. You should not be pestering your customer, you see. See, customer is also a human being who has his own problems. So he should also be a happy person, you see. It's not always true that all the customers you see are very happy because they are employees, they may not treat them well, but that was a wrong time you must have come in front of a customer. Especially a new customer and all that, I would say, don't waste his time by keeping on, bragging about your achievements and all that. People doesn't want to require, they don't require this. What they require is what you have to offer. As they say, there is something called the elevator talk, you see. You know what an elevator talk is. Within 15-20 seconds, when you meet a person in the elevator, you should tell him what you are within that 15 seconds. Now, this is the way you have to create interest in your customer when you are there to visit them. So don't waste your time, be up to the point, and don't wait for him to say, okay, right, you can go. No, even before he thinks that, you have to be out and be very truthful to them. The reason is, he's not a fool, you see. You cannot say the flight was delayed because you never loaded that into the flight, or you say it was offloaded because there was some problem with the flight. They just go, they can check everything. It was not even handed over. And remember that whether you are overqualified than the customer or a young guy sits there, remember, you have to respect him. He knows what he needs and he's there because of that. So that company who has appointed him to negotiate on behalf of the customer is something unique, you see. So you have to treat them with respect. In any business, everybody knows everybody's rates, what you sell, what you're worth. Everything it's there in the public domain. Everything is there in the public domain. So what you have to do is, you should remember one thing, that you have to be truthful to him, and also the margins you keep and all that, you have to bring it down so that it's comparable to your competitors. And what you do is, you supplement that or complement that with the best service which others don't give you. That is, don't close your phone after 5 o'clock. Keep the phone open, and you may have to work even in the night. If he feels that you're doing everything for him, he'll keep on giving you business. Not only that, he will also tell his friends, look here, this is the best company I've seen. Give them the business. And you see, I'm still a salesman. I think a salesman, I live a salesman. And I'll never become anything different from that. Because if you don't sell your product, your services, you had it, Any industry, you have competition. Even the the oldest profession in the world still has competition. So there is competition everywhere. Competition is really good. When the customer compares your service with others and they find out that you are the best, competition is good. And they compare with the competition, service-wise, rate-wise, and honesty-wise, you are the best. So we need competitors. Region as a whole, as you know, we are in UAE. We don't have to worry about innovations because the rulers themselves, they know how to innovate. So we just wait and see what they have for us and do the way they want it. So only thing is, you should have your company and you should be on par with anybody. I'm not talking about the size or your financial thing. You should be on par with anybody. You should share the knowledge and you have to learn new things. So no, you should not be left behind. You should always be ahead. You should always join the bandwagon. People keep on coming with innovations. One is AI, artificial intelligence. We are using some of them right now. Then everything has to be automated in IT, which we are doing. We have our own people working on that. Then you have blockchain. What else? Robotics. So that's what I'm saying. There's innovations all over the way. So you have to wait. You have to be abreast with them. Otherwise, you lose out. So if there's a bandwagon with something, you have to jump into it. Without logistics, nothing can happen in this world, Because, in a country where you don't have X number of things, you may have to import from this country, that country. So as long as people need, their wants and needs has to be met, we definitely need logistics. So whether we will survive, I cannot say. But as long as humankind is there, supply chain, logistics, everything is here to stay. But to be on par with others, we should always try to adopt new things. So this is a tremendous industry. I'm talking about a few $1 trillion industry. Without a logistic company or a service provider or a transporter, shipping or airlines, nobody can survive in the world. So there'll be more airlines, more aircrafts, more ships, more people to feed. So this industry is poised for growth, and it looks very, very positive. So mostly people without experience doesn't start this business, especially logistics. Only people who have real experience in this will get into logistic business, because there are a lot of overqualified people who have failed in this business. So a little bit of I would say, man management, cash management, everything has to be in place to get this. So you have to really work like a staff. Even now I'm working like a pure salesman. When we started as a logistic company, and it was always ahead, multimodal, rapid organization. But later on, when all this aviation, everything came in, so I just changed it a little bit to suit our requirements. Our way of business, what we do right now is always ahead, multifaceted, rational organization. So it's AAMRO.